Welcome to Assessment Unlocked.
Good day, everyone. Welcome to Assessment Unlocked, the show where we break down the essentials of educational assessment. I'm Joshua Vegan, your host. Today, we're focusing on common terminologies in educational assessment. Joining me are 6 wonderful guests from different backgrounds. Let's have everyone introduce them briefly.
Good morning, everyone. Hi, I'm Miss Sophie, and I specialize in educational measurement.
Miss Alviola is a seasoned professional in the field of educational measurement, with over 15 years of experience working in both academic and governmental institutions. She holds a master's degree in educational assessment and has contributed to several national standardized testing programs. Passionate about making data-driven decisions in education, she has also published multiple research papers on measurement accuracy and assessment equity. Known for her methodical approach, Miss Alviola is often invited to speak at academic conferences and teacher training workshops.
Hi, good morning everyone. I'm Miss Binayao, a classroom teacher for a decade.
Miss Binayao is a dedicated classroom teacher who has spent the past 12 years teaching English and social studies at a public high school. A graduate of a teacher education program from a state university, she also holds a certificate in differentiated instruction. Her classroom is known for its inclusive and student-centered approach. Over the years, she has mentored student teachers and helped implement school-wide assessment reforms. Her experience gives her a practical lens through which she interprets assessment principles.
Good day, I'm Miss Gonzalez, a curriculum specialist.
Miss Gonzalez is a curriculum specialist working at the regional level in the Department of Education. She began her career as a high school science teacher before pursuing a master's degree in curriculum and instruction. With over a decade of experience in curriculum development, she now leads initiatives that integrate assessment into curriculum planning. Her work ensures that educational goals are clearly aligned with the ways students are evaluated. She is an advocate for holistic learning and believes assessments should reflect real-world skills.
Hello, I am Jean Ragas, an assessment researcher.
Ms. Ragas is a research associate specializing in educational assessment. She earned her master's degree in educational psychology and is currently pursuing her PhD in assessment and evaluation. Her research focuses on the reliability and validity of classroom-based assessments. Having worked on both qualitative and quantitative studies, she brings a research-driven, evidence-based perspective to the field. Ms. Ragas also collaborates with local schools to help design better assessment tools for teachers and administrators.
Hi, I'm Loveland Molina, representing the student perspective.
Loveland Molina is a senior high school student majoring in humanities and social sciences. A consistent honor student and active member of the Student Council, she has represented her school in academic competitions and youth forum. As a student advocate, she often speaks on issues related to academic pressure and mental health. Her experience navigating different forms of assessment in school has given her insights into how grading practices impact learners. She aims to pursue a degree in psychology or education.
And I am Miss Tabaco. I'm here as the parent representative.
Ms. Tabaco is a mother of 2 children, one in elementary and the other in junior high school. She has been an active member of the Parent-Teacher Association for several years and often volunteers during school, events, and community learning initiatives. With a background in business administration, she brings a structured and supportive approach to parenting. She believes that understanding educational assessments allows parents to better support their children's learning and growth at home.
Okay, thank you everyone. So for now, let's start with the basics. So Ms. Alviola, can you clarify the difference between the assessment, measurement, testing, and evaluation?
Of course, measurement is about quantifying a learner's performance like giving a score, while assessment is the broader process of gathering and interpreting information about the learning, while testing is a specialized assessment method usually involving structured questions, while evaluation is making judgments based on assessment results, such as deciding if the learning goals are met.
Thank you so much for that, Ms. Alviola. So now, let's have Ms. Binayao. So Ms. Binayao, how do these terms apply in your classroom?
Once again, good morning everyone, and good morning to you, Josh. I use testing for quizzes and exams, but I also observe classroom participation and checking their assignments. That's all part of the assessment. At the end of the term, I use all of this data to evaluate my student progress.
That's a great explanation we have there from Ms. Binayao. So now, Ms. Gonzalez, why is understanding these terms important?
It ensures that teachers use a variety of tools to get a complete picture of students' learning. It also helps align assessment with curriculum goals, making sure that we're measuring what truly matters.
Great point, Ms. Gonzalez. So here we have now Ms. Ragas. What are some other key assessment terms everyone should know?
So reliability is the consistency of assessment tools. Validity is whether the assessment tools measure what it's supposed to, and feedback is given to students to help them improve.
So everyone, those are the key assessment terms that you should know. So now let's hear it from the student perspective. Let's welcome Ms. Molina. Ms. Molina, how do these terms affect you?
So, knowing the difference helps me to understand how I'm being graded and what I need to focus on. It also makes it easier to ask my teachers for help when I don't understand my results.
Thank you, Ms. Molina. So everyone, let's have Ms. Tabaco. So Ms. Tabaco, what is your perspective on this as a parent representative?
It helps me support my child better. If I know what assessments mean, I can ask the right questions and guide my child's learning at home.
So those are the great insights from our 6 wonderful guests. But before we end the show, let's do a quick round. So each of you will answer this question. What's one tip you would give to our viewers about educational assessment? Ms. Aviola?
For me, use a variety of assessment method for a complete picture. My tip for you is don't always rely on testing. You should also observe and interact with your students. For me, align assessment with learning goals. Check for validity and reliability.
For me, don't be afraid to ask questions about your grades.
Stay involved and communicate with teachers.
Okay, thank you for all of your insights. So to our viewers, always remember that understanding assessment terms empowers you to teach, learn, and support more effectively. Join us next week as we empower and explore high-quality assessment. Until then, keep exploring, learning, and keep assessing. This is Assessment Unlocked.